Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Melanie and this is Dramatic Plans. Today we are in day 5 of my 12 days of Planmas. If you guys are new here, that pretty much just means that since the beginning of the month, I've been uploading a video every other day to count down my 12 days of Christmas. This week's video is a memory spread plan with me for the week of November 18th through the 24th, I think. The kit I'm using is Home Alone by Glam Planner. In the Luxe version, it is pre-foiled with gold foil, but I'm also going to be pulling in some more foil from Scribble Prints Co., Simply Watercolor Co., as well as Rose Colored Days. These are the headers and overlay tapes that I'm going to be using this week. The 3 at the bottom are from the Christmas collection, I believe. I am going in with all gold headers. I didn't really have any glitter headers that came with this kit or anything that really matched the way I liked. I did totally mess up here and put bougie boxes on every single box, so it is a little bit thick on the left side because I did cover like 3 bougie boxes. But I kind of realized what I did when I moved over to the right side. Normally I start off with my bottom washi, but I decided to start off with the headers instead because I wanted everything to line up with that double boxing at the bottom right there on the weekend. I wanted to put it there, that way it didn't cut into like the days, so like I still had room to like put things that I did, and then it kind of just cuts into the washi instead. That way I kind of save some washi too, because I do use the leftovers for my everyday, like my everyday pre-planner. For the sidebar, I am using the gold like hung lights overlay from Rose Colored Days, and I'm pretty much just lining that up the same way I normally do. The top box is lined up with the second line from the top. I put my glitter header, or not my glitter headers, but my header overlays, my event box, the picture of my daughter, more headers, another event box, and then my bottom full box, which is lined up with the second line from the bottom. For the header overlay tapes, I did alternate the red and the green, but then I decided to overlap them and have them do like a layered effect. For the double seam box, since it was not foiled, I did put in, I basically just took a full box from Scribble Prints Co. and I cut it into quarters and put it on just the corners. And then for the bottom washi, you can see how I just put it up on one side, and then I used the leftover strip from the left side and just cut it down to size so that everything was matching up. For my deco, I've been really loving the background deco, so I lay all of my deco down first, and then I put my date covers on top. For my date dots this week, I did finally use the date dot tapes from Rose Colored Days. They are a little bit on the smaller side. They're about 5 millimeters by 5 millimeters. I noticed that if you cut them down first, it makes it a lot easier to like use them. So I just stick it down on my reusable sticker book, and then I cut the perforations and then just use it like I would any like paper stickers. And then moving into Monday, I did upload a video this day. It did, since this is in the older format, it did come with the film edit and upload script. Sorry for the noise. There's a garbage truck passing. But basically I took the film edit upload sticker and I layered it over a habit tracker since they were the same color. That way I could add the title of the video that I uploaded this day, which was my October monthly highlights. If you guys haven't seen that, I really recommend checking it out. I use one monthly kit and spread it out over the monthly layout, the productivity pages, as well as the note pages. So if you guys want to check out how I use those pages for the new Erin Condren, definitely check it out. But yeah, so after I uploaded my video, I did wash my hair. This was my weekly wash. I used a pattern flag from the kit as well as this wash hair sticker from Sweet Kwai Designs. I don't normally get to use these that often just because they are quite large, and then it also has the script with it. I don't really like using stickers like that, but this one was super cute and it was in my collection, so I decided to pull it in. After I washed my hair, I did take a little nap with MJ. As a full-time mom, I enjoy my naps. I sleep when I can. So using a little thing from the kit along with the little bed that comes with the kit as well, I marked that I had a little nap with her. And then moving on to lower in the day, I'm working kind of slow here. But since this kit is kind of an older kit, the format is very different. It didn't really come with a lot of boxes. That was the only thing that I really struggled with. As you can see right here, I did take a 3-heart checklist and cut that down to just 2. I did do some FaceTiming this afternoon with Joe and with Kayla. I think I FaceTimed with Joe like once he finally got to like his hotel in Milpitas. And then I FaceTimed with Kayla because she does live in another state, so I don't get to see her that often. So using this little sticker from Prince & Co. Studio, it's a like little FaceTiming bunny. And this FaceTime script from Letters to Apollo to mark that. Now, I have mentioned in the past that Prince & Co. Studio is not one of my favorite shops. I personally do not really recommend it. I've heard a lot of stories very similar to mine, but basically what had happened was her stickers are very, very cheap. They're about $1 each, and but they take forever to come in. Like I've heard stories from a few people where it's like where they had to like wait like months at a time before they even got anything. And then I've heard from so many other people that like they had to file a claim with PayPal or whatever. Like it wasn't until I finally filed a claim with the Better Business Bureau that I actually got my stickers, which took a total of almost 3 months to get to me. And when I tried to like reach out to the shop owner, like reach out on her like her posts on Facebook and Instagram, she completely just blocked me. So I really do not recommend that shop. I did not get good customer service. And, like, I feel like she has her stickers so cheap that, so, like, when you spend money, like, you're only spending, like, $10 here and there. So, and it's one of those things where, like, it takes so long that you kind of forget about it. But, yeah, it was just ridiculous. But moving on to the rest of the day, I did kind of just lay my boxes down first. Like I said, there's not a lot of boxes in the kit. And with Elle's littles, they are all the same color. So, I was using a lot of different pieces of washi. And all of the washi was very, very dark, so you can't really see a lot of the writing that I put on there. And there was like lots of white in them, so I feel like if I used a white jelly roll, it still would have just kind of been the same. But finishing out my plans for Monday, I did do some laundry. I was honestly doing a lot of laundry this week, so I kind of wanted to keep it pretty uniform with how I was marking them. So I used this little sticker, like this little hamper sticker from Sweet Little Panda Designs and a laundry script from Letters to Apollo. After that, I did also do the dishes and clean up the kitchen. So to mark that, I used a thinner strip of washi with this dishes icon from Libby & Co. I actually need to pick some more of these up. I got this sheet like 4 years ago and I just barely finished using it. And honestly, it was only a half sheet too. So that's how big her pages used to be. And then I also did some meal prepping. I honestly don't know what I was prepping or what I did, but I marked it. So I used a little munchkin from Once More with Love from her meal prep sheet. Now, even though I'm not there yet, just moving on to Tuesday. Tuesday morning, I did have a therapy appointment at the doctor's office down the street from my apartment. To mark that, I just used a little thing with a heart. I got some new therapy scripts from Honey Inked, and they're like just so small and dainty and like very simplistic. So I kind of just wanted to keep it very, very simple, and I decided to just use just the little thing, no icon. And I absolutely love the way it turned out. I love those little therapy stickers from Honey Inked. Honestly, a lot of her icons and scripts, like they're just so simple, and they just match so many different kits. But I liked how simple it was and how tiny they are, because I do have a lot of therapy appointments. As you guys will see, I have another one on Wednesday. So I like to keep it pretty small. And then since the office is down the street from my apartment, MJ and I do walk there and walk back. So using a thicker piece of washi from the kit and a walk script from Kinsey's Creations with this little shoe icon from Sweet Little Panda Designs. That's how I marked that. And I do want to apologize in advance for mentioning Sweet Little Panda Designs so much. She was actually one of the first few shops that I started buying from when I started stickering back in 2014. And I know her shop closed out in 2018 due to like personal family reasons. But I do have a lot of stickers in my collection, so I'm just trying to get through them or like de-stash them. So that's kind of why I will be mentioning her quite a bit. But yeah, so after our walk, MJ was still asleep. So I decided to like lay her down, and I was like cuddling with her, and I ended up falling asleep with her. So I did pull in this little work label. So the one thing that kind of bothers me about these kits is that the little things are all the same color. Elle does include 5 work labels in a different color, but the only downside is that the work script is so wide that it takes up almost half of the box. So it's really hard to find like icons or like character stickers that really cover all of it. So I ended up using the nap time sticker one, just because it covered the whole word. And then I just wrote in nap with MJ, and then using like a little rounded third box that came with the kit. There were only 3 of them, by the way. So using that, I marked my laundry the same way. As you can see, I was supposed to mark laundry first because I did laundry before I went and laid down with her. But I totally forgot that I put the nap first because that's what fit in that box. And then I had to like peel it up, which is a little difficult because these Letters to Apollo scripts, like they pull up ink really easily. So I had to be super careful so it didn't like mess up the sticker or anything like that. And then I pretty much just marked it the same way that I did laundry on Monday, just within a different box. So I used that same little hamper from Sweet Little Panda Designs and a laundry script from Letters to Apollo. While I was doing laundry after I woke up from my nap, I was just still doing laundry, and I decided to start watching some Disney Plus, and I've been loving it. I've been watching all the DComs and all the shows I grew up with, which has been really nice and like very nostalgic. But yeah, so with my Disney Plus, I just used a little thing from the kit and this little character sticker who's like sitting on a beanbag watching TV. I honestly do not know where these are from. I got them in a D-stash on the Facebook Buy Sell Trade groups, and like the shop name was very faint and faded. So if you know who sells these, or if you yourself sells them, I really like them and I think they're super cute, and I love how small they are. So if you know where these are from, please let me know. I want to know. But yeah, so now that I'm looking at the plans, I did want to mark that MJ had a bath this night. I used a little bath script from Letters to Apollo and this little bath icon. I'm not sure where it's from, but if you want to know, I can find out. So I didn't like how the bath and the laundry hamper were on the same side, but the way that the icon was, I liked the bathtub on the right side, so I didn't want to change it. I ended up just moving that down and then fitting the little Disney Plus right above it. And then with another little thing, I wanted to mark that I cleaned up my bathroom. I used a clean script from Letters to Apollo in black ink, and then this little like plunger and toilet brush circle icon. I don't know where that one's from either, and I think I've had that sheet for a really long time, so I don't think I'll be able to find out. So sorry about that. And then I am writing really, really slow right here. I should probably speed it up, but I probably won't. But just moving on to Wednesday. Sorry, I'm like all over the place. But yeah, so moving on to Wednesday, I did do some more FaceTiming this day. And I wish I would have wrote down who I FaceTimed with, because now I don't remember. So I'll probably have to like look in my other planner to see. But I using another little thing from the kit. I feel like there was a lot of green in this kit, like in this spread, because I was using so many little things. Like the amount of boxes that came with this kit, like there just was not enough. Like there was only 8 full boxes, 3 of those little third boxes, I think 4 of the like squared off third boxes, and then just littles, and all of the washi was just so dark. This kit was was more on the darker side than I would have liked. Like I think I would have preferred if it was more like rich, vibrant colors, like more traditional Christmas. Even with that blue, it still would have looked, but I think it still would have been really nice if it was like a brighter blue. But overall, I think the spread turned out really cute. But yeah, so marking that I FaceTimed, because now that I'm there, I used a little FaceTiming munchkin from Once More with Love and a FaceTime script from Letters to Apollo. I do like the sizing of her FaceTime scripts, though. She does include 3 different sizes, which I think is awesome. If it's perfectly in the little things box, I just wish I would have wrote down who I FaceTimed with, but I didn't. And then I think I go in with a half box. No, I go in with a piece of washi to mark that I did some more laundry. So marking it the same as I did the last couple of days, using that same little hamper from Sweet Little Panda Designs and a laundry script from Letters to Apollo. I marked that I did some more laundry. I think this was the week that I was finally doing all of my laundry. I focus so much on Joe and MJ's clothes that I forget about mine, and my laundry gets packed up like pretty bad. So it did take me a few days to like finally get my laundry done, which was ridiculous. But now I think I go in with that half box. I wanted to mark that I made some homemade mac and cheese. So I have this cute little like crock pot looking sticker. And I wish I would have just laid it down just like that instead of cutting off all of the design. I cut off way too much. But I really love the way that pot sticker looked. And I wish I would have just left it and just placed it on the side. I ended up writing mac and cheese, just where the little like foiled bits were. I did make homemade mac and cheese from scratch. I made like a cheeseburger mac, which turned out pretty good. I liked it. I love mac and cheese. I once, for the holidays, I had a mac and cheese party where everyone brought a different style of mac and cheese, and it was so cool. But yeah, so I ended up moving that down because I didn't make the mac and cheese until dinner time. I don't know why I decided to put that in there now, but yeah. So after that, I used a work label from the kit to mark my therapy appointment. I did have another therapy appointment. I have two different therapists. One I actually go to the office, and then the other one comes to my house every other week. So I did have my therapy appointment with Lucilia on this day. I think it was either at noon or at 2. I just remember there being a 2 somewhere in there. But so I marked that with a little an emoji from Coffee Monsters Co., the therapy ones. I think these ones are super cute. I just cut it down so that it fit, so it lined up with the sticker. And then I put that little therapy script in as well. It honestly fit so perfectly, and it looks super, super cute. I love the way that turned out. I really want to start utilizing these work stickers more, especially because it kind of adds in some more of that color, and I really like the little bright pops of yellow in this kit. After that, I did decide to take out the trash. We really only take out the trash maybe once a week or once every other week. Our apartment's very small, and there's only 2 of us, so we do not accumulate a lot of trash. I know we have an infant, but she is wearing almost exclusively cloth diapers, so we don't really have a lot of disposables and stuff unless we're going out of town. So we don't accumulate a lot of trash. So on this day, I went around the entire apartment and just gathered everything. I pretty much just put it outside because I don't like taking it to the dumpster. It gets really heavy, and the dumpster's kind of far, and it gets really dark in my apartment, my complex. So Joe usually takes it when he leaves for work. But I just used a little circle icon that came with the kit. And then lastly, on Wednesday, MJ actually went to bed early. I was so thankful. She's been going to bed pretty late lately, now that Joe's been home all the time. She'll go to bed at 9, and me being a full-time mom, I like to have at least a couple hours to myself after she goes to bed. And even if I'm tired, a lot of the times, I will give up sleep just so I can get those 2 hours of me time. So it was really nice that she ended up going to bed early this night. And when I say early, that means she was going to bed at 7:30, 8 o'clock at the latest. I pretty much just used one of those stickers from the Go to Bed mini sheet from Once More with Love. I just cut off the part where the mom is pointing her finger at the baby saying go to bed. So it's just a baby in the bed. I wish Mark would make a full sheet of babies in beds, because honestly these are so, so cute, and you can see his little binky. But yeah, so I just marked that, and that pretty much ended my day for Wednesday. Moving on to Thursday, like I said, Joe was in Milpitas all week, and he wasn't supposed to come home until Friday, but he came home early, which I love. I love when he gets to come home early. It's always nice to get that extra day with him, and that little extra day that he gets to spend with MJ. So I took a half box from the kit, and this little couple sticker from the Whimsical Cat Studio. I have the Kitty and Kian options because I feel like those are the ones that match us best. They're both hugging, and I just wrote in that Joe is home. Taken quite a while to do that, I see. Yeah, so if there's a lot of like stalls or like lulls in the video, honestly, it's probably because I'm looking for some type of sticker to like lay down, or I'm looking for some type of box or something. So that's why I do kind of lag just a bit. And then using another little thing with this little like towel icon, I wanted to mark that I did wash the towels. I do end up moving that down to later in the day because I wanted to mark that I was up early. And when I say early, I mean that I was up before 9 a.m. Like, being a full-time stay-at-home mom, my schedule is very, very flexible. And a lot of the times that means that I'm not getting like consecutive sleep because I'm awake when the baby's awake. And then I also have really bad insomnia, so it's hard for me to fall asleep right away. So oftentimes I am like sleeping in or taking naps and stuff like that. But this day I was actually up early, which means that I was up before 9 a.m. When I write, when I'm like up early, sometimes that means that I'm like up at like 5 or 6, sometimes 7, which I know is normal for other people, but for me, like, I'm much more of a night person. Like, I like the nighttime. I like being awake at night. Like, I just feel more creative at night. And I'm not a morning person. I don't like the mornings. I don't like waking up. I'm one of those people. But yeah, so I just marked that with a little circle icon from the kit of this little clock. And I think that turned out super cute. I did also mark that I did another Disney Plus binge. I like to just kind of have the TV playing like while I'm doing laundry because it like gives me some background noise, and then it also like, you know, just a little distraction while you're doing chores. So I marked that the same way that I had been marking it throughout the rest of the week. I used that same little character sticker from, I don't know the shop, so if you know it, please let me know. I like these ones. And then I just wrote in Disney Plus. And then for the evening, I don't want to say it was like afternoonish. It wasn't even really evening. But in the afternoon, I wanted to mark that I took a nap with MJ. I did originally go in with the yellow, like rounded off, like third box, but I didn't like that all of the yellow was like in one column because I didn't really use too much yellow in the other days. So I ended up switching that out for a half box. And then using that same little sticker from the Whimsical Cat Studio of the mom and the baby in bed. I used that to mark that I had a little nap with MJ. I did also use a Nap Queen script from Letters to Apollo, but when I was kind of layering it, I didn't like how much the queen part was like covering the baby. So I decided to just cut that off, use the nap, and then write in with MJ, and I think that turned out really, really cute. And then after my nap with MJ, it was like, I want to say I took a longer nap than she did. I was honestly just really tired. So by the time I woke up, it was already like time to start getting dinner ready. So while Joe and I were going through the freezer to like figure out what we wanted to cook, we realized that we had some leftover pho still in there. Joe made some pho last month and we froze some of the broth. So that we were actually planning on giving it to my mom, but she ended up not being able to visit. And then recently she's supposed to come back again. I think that like the weekend of this week, but she ended up breaking her foot while she was in the Philippines, so she couldn't come. So Joe and I decided to thaw it out and use it. So we had some pho that night. So I used another little thing from the kit with this little like noodle eating sticker from Once More with Love. I absolutely love her little noodle stickers because it can be any kind of noodles and not just ramen. I know a lot of shops like will specifically put ramen, but pho doesn't look like ramen, and like udon doesn't look like ramen. So like I like that hers are just noodles. So it could be anything. But yeah, and then that ends Thursday. Moving on to Friday. I was up at 5 a.m. I was so tired. And I was just so exhausted. I pull in this little thing from the kit, and then I wanted to use the other little circle icon of the clock from the kit, but it was really tiny and it didn't cover up the package. So I ended up pulling in this super cute, like, low battery munchkin from Once More with Love. I honestly used a lot of Once More with Love this week, more than usual. But yeah, I used this little, like, low battery one to mark that I was just, like, so tired and, like, worn out. And I was just, yeah, being up this early was not fun for me. But yeah, and then I just wrote in that I was up at 5. And then after that, I wanted to mark that I was also watching some Disney Plus because we were all kind of just, like, in bed for a while. Like, we didn't get up for a while. And I think Joe didn't have to work this day. So that's why, like, we didn't really get up and we were just kind of being lazy. So using the other, like, cutoff portion of that 3-heart checklist, I decided to use that to mark my Disney Plus. Even though it has, like, an unbordered edge, I kind of liked it. And I basically just flipped it over so that the unbordered edge was on the top, put the little sticker, and then just wrote in that I did a Disney Plus binge. Yeah, so right here, I'm pretty much just, like, looking for what to use because I honestly just, like, didn't know. But yeah, so while I was watching Disney Plus, I ended up falling asleep because I was so tired. So to mark that, I used another pattern flag from the kit and this Sleeping Laney sticker. I don't know where these are from. Someone gave these to me on Facebook, and so I don't know where she's from, but I like using her. I use her a lot. I actually use her very often. And then underneath that, using a piece of washi and a circle icon of a house, I marked in Needles ? We were supposed to go to Joe's friend Needle's house. Yes, his name is Needle. But yeah, so we were supposed to go to his house. They were doing, like, a Friendsgiving type thing. Like, they were just having, like, a big dinner and, like, everyone was coming over, just hanging out, drinking, whatever, like we usually do. But I was honestly just so tired. I ended up falling asleep, so we ended up not going. But I wanted to mark it in there that we were supposed to go. So that's what I used for that. And then moving on to later in the evening, I know I'm going super slow and I'm, like, way ahead of, like, where I'm supposed to be, so my bad. But moving on to the evening, because we did have kind of quite a bit of broth, I saved a lot for my mom because, like, when she took it home, I knew that, like, my sisters were going to have some too. So since it's just 2 of us, we did have enough for leftovers, and we wanted to use it because once you defrost it, you only have, like, 48 hours. Well, I mean, you can only, like, keep it for, like, a week before. Like, you can't refreeze it, you know? So we wanted to use it all up. So using a half box from the kit with another, like, noodle sticker from Once More with Love, I marked that in, and that turned out really cute. I really love the, like, foiled half boxes in this kit. I think they're absolutely stunning, and I love all the little accents of the foil. They turned out super cute. But after that, so after dinner, I ended up going to sleep really early. I went to sleep without MJ. I think Joe just brought her in afterwards, like, when she was starting to get tired, and then I put her to bed. But using a thick piece of washi from the kit and this Snorlax from the Coffee Monsters Co., I marked that I was in bed early. But then what really sucked is that Joe actually woke me up because he, like, was looking for something or he needed something and he couldn't find it. And then I ended up being up all night. I could not go back to sleep, so I was kind of upset about it. I used this, like, wide awake munchkin from Once More with Love to mark that. And then that's pretty much it for Friday. So even though I'm not there yet, I am just going to move on to Saturday. So Saturday morning, I pretty much just got no sleep. Like, I was up all night. I did not go to bed at all. I did not get to rest my eyes or anything. So I ended up using the same little munchkin from Once More with Love, and then a thick piece of washi, and just wrote in no sleep. So since I was honestly just, like, still super tired, I was just laying in bed. Like, I did not want to move. I did not want to do anything. So I started watching some Disney Plus. I've been watching all of the DComs, which I absolutely love so much. I think I watched I watched Right on Track, You Wish, Smart House, Brink, Johnny Tsunami. I watched so many DComs this week. Like, it was ridiculous. Write in the comments below what your favorite DCom is, and if I haven't watched it since I got Disney Plus, then I will watch it. So give me some suggestions, guys. But yeah, I pretty much just marked that the same exact way that I've been marking all week, with the little character sticker. I used a little thing and just wrote in Disney Plus. After that, I did also want to mark that we did some family cuddles, which I absolutely love whenever we do. So using a similar sticker from the Whimsical Cat Studio, but this time it's of the mom, baby, and the daddy, in the bed, with the little baby kicking the mom in the face, which is pretty much how we sleep. Like, MJ and Joe are both crazy, crazy sleepers, and they're like super crazy nappers. But yeah, so we were just in bed napping together, or not napping, but just like cuddling together. So I ended up using a thick piece of washi because I didn't like the way that it looked just putting it down on the box. The width of it overall is about the size of is about 1.5 inches. So it's like, but the bed itself isn't that wide, like, because I guess like the heads kind of go over the side a little bit. So I wanted to put something in the background, and then I had this cute little cuddle time sticker from Letters to Apollo that I wanted to throw in there. Looking at it in the video, which you guys will see later because we're not there yet, it would have been cute if I just put it in there like how it is normally, like how the cuddle time is stacked, but I wanted it to be horizontally, so I decided to cut it down the middle and put the words side by side, which I still think turned out kind of cute. My spacing wasn't super great, but I couldn't really fix it. And then I did go ahead and rearrange some of the boxes just because I wanted to fix the spacing. I didn't really like how the TV icon kind of covered the guy's hair, but it was really hard to lift it, so I honestly just didn't even try, and I just gave up and was just like whatever about it. But that's pretty much it. Saturday, honestly, I want to say the whole weekend was kind of just a lazy weekend. I was so tired. Like, I honestly was not getting very good sleep all week. And when I was falling asleep, Joe kept waking me up, which was super frustrating. So I ended up going to bed super early again this night. I think I ended up falling asleep at 7 o'clock. I was just so tired. And it was pretty much the same as the day before. Like, I had gone to bed, and then MJ was still awake with Joe, and then he brought her in when she was tired, and then I put her to sleep and then fell back asleep. So that's pretty much what we did. And I went to bed early, so to mark that, I used the last half box in the kit. I wanted to use all of the foiled half boxes because they were just so pretty. But I used that half box. I wrote in bed early and then used this little sticker of a girl in bed from Happy Daya, which I think turned out really cute and it looked nice. And then after that, using one of the squared off third boxes, I wanted to mark that Joe, again, being the guy that he is, woke me up. I was so frustrated at this point because he woke me up. I think he needed, I don't even know what he needed, but he woke me up and I was freaking pissed because I could not go back to sleep. I was so exhausted and so burnt out. I used this little munchkin from Once More with Love. She's tearing her eyes out because that's literally how I felt. But that's it for Saturday. Moving on to Sunday, I'll probably go in and speed this part up so it's a little bit not too slow. But yeah, so moving on to Sunday, once we got to the weekend, I honestly did not know what boxes to use. I didn't know I really had nothing left. I didn't want to use too many little things because it was all green all over. So I ended up taking one of the heart checklists and I cut it down. I basically cut it, I cut all of the hearts into individual strips. And then I basically just took one of those strips and then used it as a box. I used another one of those little super tired munchkins from Once More with Love to mark that I got no sleep yet again. But to be honest, that probably worked out in my favor because since I was still awake, I was actually awake for the Rose Colored Days Stargazer event, which I was so excited about. I wanted to get all of the new like star overlays, which I'm really excited for. I'm so excited. I ended up getting like the bundle, like the buy all bundle, and then I was able to put a code on top of that, which was super cool because I want to say the buy all bundle was like $100 for like 16 tapes. Like it was so many tapes. And then with the like 20% off on top of that, it was only $80 for all of the tapes, which is freaking crazy. So I ended up buying all of those. I used one of these like shopping munchkin, or not a munchkin, but emojis from the Coffee Monsters Co. She's like on a laptop going, refresh. And I used a crap another sale sticker from Letters to Apollo, which I think turned out super cute. And then after that, I did also do some filming this day. I used a piece of washi from the kit and this little camera icon from Honey Inked with a film script from Kinsey's Creations. I just heard about Honey Inked from Rachel from Gathered Plans, and I honestly absolutely love it. Like, I got so many cute little icons and scripts and just a bunch of stuff. Like, I like how simplistic some of her designs are, like, and I like how a lot of them are just black, so it matches literally any spread that you do. I think they're so cute. But yeah, so I did that. And then after I did some filming, I decided to tidy up the living room. I just used a little thing with the spray bottle circle icon that came with the kit. I wrote tidy up, and then for some reason I put a little smiley face. I don't know why. I was going to put LR for living room, but I put a smiley face. That's the first time I wrote a smiley face in my planner. So I think that was kind of funny. And then, later that evening on Sunday, I ended up doing some editing as well. For my editing, I like to either use a film slate or a microphone. Film slate usually means that I'm editing content, like I'm editing actual content, so like editing the actual video clips. If I'm using a microphone, that pretty much just means that I'm doing a voiceover. So I did want to mark that I did do some voiceovers. So I used an edit script from Kinsey's Creations and then a microphone from Honey Inked. I wish I would have done some type of layering though for the edit and the film. That way you could see the icons a little bit better because I really like her icons. I think they're super cute. But yeah, so moving on, I did also have to wash MJ's diapers. I like to do her diapers every Sunday. We have gotten to a point where I have collected enough so that I can go a whole week without washing her diapers, which I think is really nice. Instead of having to do like 2 to 3 loads a week. Because I already do about 2 to 3 loads a week. One for Joe's clothes, one for MJ's clothes, then her diapers, and then also Joe's work clothes. So I am doing quite a bit of laundry every week. So I try to just cut down how much I have to do, which is nice. So using this cute little like foiled laundry basket from Rose Colored Days and a little thing from the kit, I went ahead and marked that. I wish Lauren would make like a full sheet of just these laundry stickers. I absolutely love these. Like I would buy an entire sheet. Like I would buy a whole book because I do so much laundry. Like it's ridiculous. And then for my FaceTiming, I did go in with this box first because I wanted to figure out the spacing. But I'm kind of just telling you guys about it chronologically just because that's how I'm looking at it in my planner right now. But I did go in with this box first for the afternoon. I pretty much just used like the very top strip and the very bottom strip from the heart checklist and kind of layered them so that it looked like one box. I just wanted to mark that I FaceTimed with Kayla again and then my little sister. So to mark that, I used a little FaceTiming phone munchkin from Once More With Love and a FaceTime script from Letters to Apollo and just wrote in Kayla and Little Bitch. I've been calling my little sister Little Bitch for the longest time. I don't know how that started. But it's because I was the baby for 6 years before she came along. So I am still Team Bunso. Bunso in Tagalog basically just means like your youngest or like the baby. So I've been Team Bunso since forever, even though I'm not the baby anymore. So I've always been like little sis or baby sis or whatever. So Maddie just became little bitch. But she accepts it, so we go with it. If you're watching this, Maddie, I love you. Anyways, and then after that, I also had really, really bad insomnia. Like, even though I was super, super tired, my insomnia was just the worst. So I used a like frustrated looking tired munchkin from Once More with Love to mark that. And then that pretty much sums up the entire week. I was very productive towards like the beginning of the week, but then towards the end, like I fell off. Like I was just so tired and so exhausted. But moving on to the sidebar, I can't count for some reason. When I did this spread, I could not do math, and I don't know. But so I wanted to do my like countdown to Thanksgiving as well as my countdown to Christmas. And for some reason, like the week that Christmas was in and the week that Thanksgiving was in, I also included in my countdown. So instead of putting that Thanksgiving was next week, I wrote 2 weeks until Thanksgiving, like this week and next week. Like, I don't know. I was ridiculous. And then I used a little like knife and fork icon from one of the like foil sampler sheets from Rose Colored Days, which looked really cute if I would have put these right time. And then from that same sheet, like that foil sampler from Rose Colored Days, I also used the like present icon to mark that it was 6 weeks until Christmas, even though it was really only 5. Like I said, this week was just a hot mess. I couldn't count. I don't know. Whatever. And then I do go in with the gold foiled weekend banner that came with the kit. It was on the little like foil freebie that Elle included. Now that's pretty much it for this week's video. If you guys like it, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my future videos or the rest of my 12 days of Planmas. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!